FormAWin for over 4 months now.
Part of the FormAWin community for a couple months now.
I just got my first internship.
I just landed my first internship.
Biggest thing I want you guys to do is take one thing away from today and make sure you implement it, change your life.
100% directly resulted in me getting an internship offer.
I just want you guys to get ready, get a pen, piece of paper, take some notes. We're just going to kind of go into talk about a little bit of strategy and just how to dominate while we're going out and networking, right? So that's the biggest thing of today. You know, I talk to a lot of people daily, especially engineering students. There's a lot of people that reach out to us wanting to get into the program, and I have to be selective because a lot of people just aren't ready to take that next step like you guys do. Because you guys, especially in like, there's a lot of people that aren't in the school community that are just doing one-on-one coaching as well. So I want you guys to kind of think about that as well. A lot of people kind of run from these high stress situations, and both of you have exhibited for your own self the confidence to be able to go through those. Especially Emilio, like I know what you're going through, Riley, and you've had so many interviews, Riley, and all of those things that you guys are doing, all of those things are making you into these people that deserve these positions. So when you go out and you try to get into these interviews or these internships and you go network with people, all of this builds the confidence. And, you know, I just went to a summit this past weekend as well, and I learned one strong thing about networking, right? And this is going to apply super hard for you guys. Number one, you guys need to be a giver. No matter what you're doing, you need to go into every situation to make sure you give all the value that you can to people, whether that's you talking with someone, helping them out with something that they're stuck on. Maybe it's helping them clean up a booth. Maybe it's an engineer that's going through something and they talk about it because if something's happening in our lives, we're going to talk about it. Maybe they're professional, but oftentimes it's going to bleed out. That's why I'm a big fan of integrating personal life and work life, because if you go to work and you don't talk about personal life, well, then both things are going to suffer because we're only about work. And I'm not only about work, I'm about growing in all areas and getting you to your engineering job. But when we're engineers, sometimes it's tough in companies. So that's why having a culture like this in FormAWin is super important, because you guys should be able to reach out to each other. Like, you guys should have each other's phone numbers. If not, go on school and then you guys can go ahead and message each other, right? So that's the biggest thing there. But when we kind of get into some networking strategies and what I learned over the weekend, when we go talk to some people, we need to figure out how we're selling ourselves and how we're communicating with them, right? And on the daily, you need to be going to talk to every single person you run up to, whether you're going shopping at a grocery store, whether you're at the gym, whether you're going to somewhere else like a career fair, classes, whatever it is. Every conversation should be one with intent, right? And it's very, very hard to do this. I work on this myself. I mean, I'm a great student. I have a lot to learn as well. I don't know everything, but what I do know is what's worked in the past. And how to handle these situations is by going at it with intent. So what's your intent of every situation? Again, just to remind you, right? Number one is giving. You guys need to make sure that you give in every situation that you're in. That's just me reiterating that. Number two is selling yourself. And what that means is conveying what you've done on a technical, personal level. I mean, like how old are you guys? Just throw it out real quick.
21.
22.
21 and 22 years of awesome experience that everyone should be valued at, right? And there's a lot of people that are younger than me that teach a lot of different things. For example, I got on the phone with someone. They have a $40 an hour engineering internship and they're 16, right? So just like put that in perspective. It's like this world is what you make of it. So at all of these situations, you can learn from every single person, and you have a lot of value to give. It's about how you market yourself and how you sell yourself when you talk to these different people. So when we're going to these career fairs or we're networking anywhere, right? How are you describing what you're doing? Oh, I'm an engineering student. I'm studying this, this, and that. La 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 la. Like, just you sound like everybody else. Or how are you phrasing it? I'm going to challenge you guys to phrase this and correct this. And a big thing to help the community out as well for you guys, I want you guys to write down how you used to kind of network and how you used to explain yourself. Like, oh, I'm an engineering student. I study this, this, and that. And that's it. Like, you know, some kind of short little sentence, or what is it? I want you guys to really write down something super impactful in your notes and then post it in the school community. And I want this to be your I am statement, okay? This is your statement. This is your elevator pitch, but it's more than just that, right? Because when we talk about elevator pitch and you get training from a lot of people, or you go talk to recruiters and different people like that, they're going to say one thing. Again, maybe it's only strictly professional, and I get that, but we need to market ourselves, right? So for example, for me, when I go to business events and I network with some high-level individuals and multimillionaires and different things like that, I say, oh, I work at Lockheed Martin, and I'm also doing this coaching business, right? So something that's a really awesome little switch up is, well, I work on some top secret stuff that I can't tell you about, but it's really, really cool, right? So that's like a little bit of a different phrasing. So how are you guys phrasing what you're doing, right? You guys might think, oh, I'm a student, I'm an engineering student. Like, listen, number one, I firmly don't believe you guys necessarily needed to go to college to get a job, to do all this stuff. Maybe some people require it. Maybe some things require that, right? So with that said, let's just kind of enter this where we're like, okay, we are engineers. We're not students. We're engineers. We're capable. More capable than a lot of people. You both have heard the music degree example. You both have seen people, the 16-year-old that I talked to. Like, so there's so many situations that defy these odds, and you guys need to form win and defy the odds themselves, right? So again, I want this to be your homework. Make sure you do this. Try to do it tonight. Tag some people if you want, or just post it in there. I want your I am statement / your elevator pitch for what you're going to start saying when you go into these networking situations. Like Emilio, like I know you got the thing in 2 weeks or something like that. So that's going to be a big thing for you to go in there, kind of sell yourself appropriately, right? And it's not just about selling yourself. It's about if you describe these things, right? Just bear with me, right? If you describe these things appropriately in the right fashion and in the right tone and the right mentality, maybe you get an internship, maybe you don't, but more so that gives you the opportunity to help the other person on the other end of it. Whether you're networking with a student, interviewer, or recruiter, whatever it is, if you explain what you do better and you sell yourself like crazy, like, okay, wow, like I need to know this guy, right? That's what you want the other person saying, because maybe they're struggling with something and you now have the capability of being able to help them just because you worked on your wording a bit better. You're able to sell yourself and you're able to market yourself a little bit better. That's the biggest thing, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Give me a little head nod and make sure you guys are tracking, right? Beautiful. Okay. So that's the biggest training I have for you guys, right? That's a big networking little tip. Now we get into strategy, right? So you both have individual strategies. You both have your win check systems. You both have things that you do on a weekly basis, okay? The strategy here is that this is not something that we're doing to just get a job. A lot of the things that you guys do are things that you should be doing no matter what, when we get into the next position or not. It's going to change with the approach, just like we talked about that phase 2 where we then entered internship or full-time position and we say, hey, this is what we need to do now, right? It's a whole different ballpark once we get in there, but it's still, these are things that are like muscle memory, right? You know, the biggest excuse that I always hear, for example, is when you have a kid or something, it's like, oh, okay, I'm not going to the gym anymore because I have a kid. It's like, that's like what does that even mean, right? Like, I mean, you still work out at home or figure your stuff out, right? That doesn't mean like, okay, we stop one good habit because we're blessed with life in our family, right? So that's something to think about too, right? Once you guys are blessed and once you guys seize the opportunity to get one of these jobs or full-time positions or internships, once we're there, well, what are we doing right now that's making us into that person that deserves that? All of this networking, all of this strategy, all of the win checks that you guys are doing, we might change a few up, but there's still innate part of you that are going to help you get to that next level and next position as well. Just like these compound effects are taking place now to get us to these interviews in different stages, it's going to take place even higher and even better once we get into that first position, because then it's going to level us up to get an even higher paying opportunity or an even better opportunity based off the first one. Or again, it's going to allow us to help other people as well. This is the biggest thing, right? A lot of people play casually when they go through these engineering internships or job applications or just trying to find these jobs. And obviously you guys are risk takers and you guys are decision makers and you guys are really serious about your careers. But there's still a level to this where if you play casual, you have less impact, right? And if we play strategically and with intent with every conversation, like I was saying at the beginning, then this turns into a fulfilling career. You're not burnt out because you're helping so many lives, right? Like, I mean, I want you guys to be able to have people that come up to you say, hey, you know what, I really appreciate your energy. Like at work for me, like I have people that come up every day that say, hey, you know, like I love working with you because, you know, your energy, you just come into the room and you make everything awesome. Because a lot of people just go in dull. Again, like you don't know what's going on in their life, but if you're the light in their life, that goes a long way. Trust me. So that's what I have for you guys today. A little babbling, a little rambling, but super important. This is recorded. So I'm going to go ahead and stop recording in a second, but you guys need to watch this, play it back, right? This is super important that you guys take this to effect. And I mean, if you watch this every day, it's going to change your life. So that's what I got for you guys.